What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, October 9th. I took 3 trades today. All 3 of them were long trades. 2 of them were winners. 1 of them was a loser. And I'm going to get into why. So starting out on the 4-hour time frame, overall lately, right, this did look like bearish action, but the fact that we came on up trying to hit this high and failed to kept me a little bearish. Did I say it was bullish action? I meant bearish action. I'm sorry. If I said that, I don't even remember. So the price comes down and fails to displace below this low right here. That right there to come back up and take out that high made me very bullish and made me think that this was a market maker sell model moving into a market maker buy model. So the terminus would be this 537.75, which I had hoped we were going to get today. Unfortunately, we did not. But to add to my further bullish bias was the fact that we had this 4-hour fair value gap, which we did tap into last night and then moved out of it, dropping down into the 1-hour time frame. We also noted that we had a 1-hour inverse fair value gap that was created in the pre-market. You can see price moves on up, invalidates that, and then also has continuation with it. So overall, very good bullish action. Also, with that displacement creating a 1-hour fair value gap right there, so price is hovering in this area at the market open. So what I was looking for was the fact that we were going to hold that 1-hour fair value gap. If we held that, then I was going to look for a long trade targeting this high that we did not get yesterday, targeting that high, and then ultimately that draw on liquidity up there. So that was my thinking. So as we know, at the market open, we did have a drop. Where is it? Right there. So the market is accumulating here in the pre-market. We drop, taking out these 15-minute lows, dropping into that 1-hour fair value gap as well. Yes, we did have an inverse fair value gap here, but as we know, we do not take a trade in the manipulation cycle because it could still manipulate again, which it did, which is unfortunate, right? And then here we move down, take out that low. I noted that we were coming back on up. We were failing to take out that fair value gap right there. We were starting to reject, but here we noticed that we get a new higher low. Price moves back on up. And that was more than enough for me to think and consider, yeah, let's go long, because it was nearing 10 o'clock. Here at 10 o'clock, you see that the 1-hour candle starts well above that. So I felt that we were going to move on higher. It was just pretty obvious to me at that point. I saw that we had this 1-minute fair value gap right there. It was tapping into it and rejected off of that, or bounced off of it, I mean. Because of that reaction, I felt confident taking this trade, putting the stop below that swing low right there, especially because I considered that a protected swing low because we did take out this previous low right there. And once price moved on up above these equal highs right here, I took my stop and I actually put it to right at the entry of the fair value gap right there, because I did not expect price to want to come back down and test that. And as you can see, price moves quickly on up. Now, the reason why my take profit was so short here at this previous day high was because today was FOMC minutes and I didn't want to get caught in being stopped out or chopped up in any kind of sort of way. I was also very busy this morning, so I decided to just open the chart, look at what I saw, take the trade, and I closed the charts. And then about 20 minutes later, I came back, or yeah, roughly 20 minutes later, I came back to the chart, and I came back literally right before it hits my take profit. So that was a very satisfying thing to see. And then I was going to come back in the PM session because I expected price to continue chopping, which unfortunately it did not. Did feel a little bit of FOMO there because I did not leave any runners with that. So that would have been a nice 600 tick trade, I think. On one micro contract would have been $300, which would have been nice. So I waited for the FOMC minutes to come in. I wanted to see accumulation here and then a manipulation lower, which we fortunately did get. We moved and took out that low right there, and we dropped into a 15-minute fair value gap that was created on this move on up, which was perfect. It felt like the right thing. It was going to move on up, and then I was targeting a new high of day and that bullish draw on liquidity as well. So when I saw that price moved on up here, it did create an inverse fair value gap, but I did not get in on that one, nor did I put my stop below that low because it would have been a 0.92 risk to reward, which was not worth it in my opinion. So when price comes back and reclaims that inverse fair value gap, in a sense, I was very confident that we were going to move on up, especially that liquidity grab, 15-minute fair value gap bounce. It just felt right that it was going to do that. Now, the problem was I put my stop loss way too short right here. I was trying to target a better risk to reward, and unfortunately that got stopped out. Ideally, my stop should have been that swing candle right here. And I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. It still would have been close to a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 2. But anyway, price moves on down, stops me out. And then that's when I marked out this 1 minute bearish fair value gap as well. I said that if price was going to move on up and then close above that, I was going to market order in and target again a new high of day. And this time I was going to put my stop below that candle right there. Just to be able to give myself a very good risk to reward and be able to eat back that loss. And so as you can see, price moves on up. I sell it at this candle right here because I didn't have an order for a take profit there. I was actually targeting the bullish draw on liquidity up here. But when I saw that price stalled and it started to come back, it created this indecision candle. I decided to just take my full profit off there and call it a day. Like I said, it's FOMC minutes. It was a PM session trade. I don't really like to trade the PM session. And, I just wanted to secure my gains for the day. So overall, a green day. I hope you guys did end up green. There was really no reason to go short. Now, I know a lot of people on Twitter I saw today were trying to short this market. But if you look, this 1 hour fair value gap was the key to tell you that there was no reason to go short today. It was all longs. You could have tried looking for a long setup all day long and you would have profited. Now, I do think we are going to hit this draw on liquidity probably overnight for Asia or London session. So one of those two. And so we'll see what tomorrow brings. There's obviously more red folder news tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great day again, like I said, and rest up and we'll catch each other tomorrow. Peace.